with each season: lush green in summer, golden in autumn, and a magical snowy wonderland in winter, when the homes glow warmly under lantern light. Shirakawa-go is more than a historic site. It is a living village where tradition continues to thrive. Walking through its quiet lanes feels like entering a storybook, one where history, architecture, and nature blend perfectly. It is a journey into Japan's rural past and a reminder of how deeply connected people once lived with their environment. From colorful flowers along the water to the craftsmanship of centuries-old homes. Beyond its beauty, Jayathorn is rich with culture and history. The Museum Jayathorn T. Oldie Mat Ooze offers a glimpse into traditional village life, showing how early settlers lived and worked amid the wetlands. Here, visitors learn how the canals were carved by hand and how peat harvesting shaped the landscape. The museum also preserves ancient tools, clothing, and fishing gear that tell stories of a people who learned to live in harmony with water. Today, Jayathorn stands as a peaceful escape, a rare place where modern noise disappears and nature sets the rhythm of daily life. Whether you're drifting through its canals at sunset or walking across its classic wooden bridges, the village captures a sense of calm that feels almost magical. For travelers seeking beauty, history, and serenity, Jayathorn here tells its own powerful story. The surrounding peaks, like the iconic Rheinebringen, rise sharply from the fjords, shaped over millions of years by ice and wind. As the seasons shift, the landscape transforms dramatically. Summer brings endless light under the midnight sun, while winter brings the dancing colors of the northern lights, painting the sky above this ancient fishing village. For travelers, each season offers a different view into northern Norway's wild beauty. Today, Rieni is celebrated not only for its scenery, but also for its living history. Visitors can still see traditional fishing boats, taste centuries-old seafood recipes, and hear stories passed down through generations. Yet despite its growing fame, the village remains peaceful, quiet, and authentic, an untouched corner of the Arctic where Norway's maritime past and natural wonders come together in perfect harmony. For anyone seeking a truly timeless destination, Rieni stands among the most extraordinary villages on Earth. Cottages all reflect the village's long connection to the wool industry and rural life. Today, Byberry stands as a living museum of England's past, peaceful, picturesque, and rich with stories that stretch across the centuries. In this video, we'll discover 15 of the most beautiful villages in the world, full of charm, history, and breathtaking views. The heart of Kalmar is its perfectly preserved medieval and Renaissance old town, filled with half-timbered houses, canals, and colorful facades. The famous district known as Little Venice grew during the Middle Ages as a center of trade and craftsmanship. Merchants and fishermen lived along the Loch River, using its waterways to transport goods. The town's rich artistic heritage is all back to the 9th century, and over the centuries, Kalmar shifted between French and German rule, giving it a unique cultural identity. This blend is reflected in its language, traditions, and architecture, making the town a living example of the region's complex past. The heart of Kalmar is its perfectly preserved medieval and Renaissance old town, filled with half-timbered houses, canals, and colorful facades. The famous district known as Little Venice grew during the Middle Ages as a center of trade and craftsmanship. Merchants and fishermen lived along the Loch River, using its waterways to transport goods. The town's rich artistic heritage is also highlighted by the Unterlinden Museum, home to the world-famous Isenheim altarpiece, created in the early 16th century. Throughout the centuries, Calmer avoided major destruction, allowing it to keep its historic charm almost completely intact. Cobblestone streets, traditional wine houses, and Gothic churches reflect a town that has preserved its identity with great care. Today, Calmer is celebrated for its long winemaking tradition, its enchanting atmosphere, and its deep connection to Alsatian culture, making it one of the most beautiful and historically rich towns in all of France. And fishing, building homes into the volcanic rock to protect themselves from harsh winds and pirate raids. During the 19th century, Oia flourished as a major maritime center. Skilled captains and shipbuilders lived in elegant neoclassical homes overlooking the sea, while sailors and traders lived in cave-style houses carved into the caldera. The village's narrow pathways, blue-domed churches, and whitewashed houses reflect traditional cyclotic architecture, designed to keep homes cool under the Mediterranean sun. Despite earthquakes and harsh winters, much of Oia's historic beauty has been lovingly restored and preserved. Today, Oia remains a symbol of Greece's island heritage, known for its peaceful atmosphere and world-famous sunsets. Its cliffside homes, attracting travelers who seek both history and timeless beauty. Gurim's Tuakia. Nestled in the heart of Cappadocia, Gurim is a village unlike any other in the world. Its landscape is defined by fairy chimneys, tall, cone-shaped rock formations sculpted over millions of years by volcanic eruptions and erosion. Human settlement here dates back thousands of years, with evidence of Hittite, Phrygian, and Byzantine civilizations. Early inhabitants carved homes, monasteries, and churches directly into the soft volcanic rock, creating an underground world that would endure through the centuries. Gurim became especially significant during the Byzantine era, when Christian communities fled Roman persecution and sought refuge in these hidden caves. Entire monastic complexes were constructed, adorned with intricate frescoes depicting biblical scenes, saints, and daily life. Many of these cave churches still survive today in the Gurim Open-Air Museum, offering a vivid glimpse into the spiritual and artistic life of early Christians in Anatolia. Life in Gurim historically revolved around ingenuity and survival. The soft volcanic rock allowed residents to dig multi-level homes, storage rooms, and stables, creating self-sufficient communities protected from invaders and harsh weather. These rock-cut structures were not only practical but also artistic, with detailed carvings and frescoes that highlight the cultural richness of the region. Over time, these caves became a symbol of resilience and adaptation, preserving the traditions of generations. The story of Gurim is also a story of connection, to the land, to faith, and to trade. Positioned along ancient caravan routes, the village played a quiet yet crucial role in regional commerce. Its unique architecture and safe havens attracted travelers and settlers alike, allowing for the mingling of cultures, techniques, and stories. The village's landscape, with its winding valleys and hidden cave dwellings, creates a sense of timelessness, as if history is frozen in stone. Today, Gurim is celebrated worldwide for its extraordinary scenery and cultural heritage. Hot air balloons drift over the valleys at sunrise, illuminating centuries-old homes, churches, and fairy chimneys in golden light. Visitors can walk the same paths that monks and villagers once did, witnessing a living story carved into rock. Gurim remains a testament to human creativity, faith, and resilience, a place where history, nature, and legend converge in perfect harmony. Chefchaouen, Morocco. Nestled in the Rif Mountains of northern Morocco, Chefchaouen is famed for its striking blue-painted streets and serene mountain backdrop. Founded in 1471, the village was initially a small fortress town established to defend against Portuguese invasions. Over the centuries, it became a refuge for Muslim and Jewish exiles fleeing Spain during the Reconquista, shaping the town's distinctive cultural and architectural character. The town's iconic blue hue has long intrigued visitors. While some say the color symbolizes the sky and heaven, others believe it was introduced by Jewish refugees in the 1930s as a spiritual reminder of God. Combined with its narrow, winding alleys, whitewashed walls, and intricate doorways, Chefchaouen offers a visual harmony that reflects centuries of artistic and religious influence. Historically, Chefchaouen thrived as a trading and crafts center. The town became known for textiles, woven goods, and leather products, which were traded across northern Morocco and beyond. Local markets, or souks, still echo the vibrancy of centuries-old commerce, where artisans preserve traditional techniques passed down through generations. Life in Chefchaouen has long been shaped by its mountainous geography. The surrounding Rif Mountains provided natural protection against invaders and created a fertile environment for agriculture, including olive groves and goat herding. The blend of natural beauty and strategic location made the town a sustainable and peaceful settlement, preserving its history through the ages. Today, Chefchaouen is celebrated for its unique aesthetic, rich heritage, and tranquil atmosphere. Travelers wander its blue streets, explore centuries-old kasbahs, and experience Moroccan traditions still alive in the rhythm of daily life. The town stands as a testament to cultural fusion, resilience, and the enduring charm of Moroccan history, offering visitors both beauty and a deep connection to the past. Fenghuang Ancient Town, China. Nestled along the Chujiang River in Hunan Province, Fenghuang Ancient Town is a living museum of China's rich past. Founded over 300 years ago during the Ming and Qing dynasties, the town was originally a strategic military post and a hub for trade between local ethnic communities, including the Miao and Tujia peoples. Its well-preserved architecture and riverside layout reflect centuries of history, culture, and natural beauty. The town is renowned for its ancient wooden stilt houses, called Diojialu, which line the riverbanks. Built to withstand floods and provide communal living spaces, these homes showcase traditional Chinese craftsmanship and ingenuity. Narrow stone streets, covered bridges, and old city walls transport visitors back in time, creating a picturesque scene where the past feels remarkably alive. Fenghuang's history is intertwined with ethnic traditions and local legends. The Miao and Tujia cultures contribute colorful festivals, folk songs, and handicrafts that have been preserved for generations. These communities shape the town's identity, influencing its architecture, cuisine, and social customs, making Fenghuang a unique crossroads of culture in southern China. The Chujiang River, flowing gently through the town, has long been the lifeblood of Fenghuang. Boat traffic once carried goods, and riverside markets bustled with merchants selling tea, spices, and handicrafts. Today, wooden boats glide along the water at sunrise and sunset, reflecting centuries-old stilt houses and arched bridges in the calm surface, a living reminder of the town's enduring relationship with its river. Modern travelers find in Fenghuang a rare combination of history, culture, and natural beauty. The town's ancient alleys, temples, and pagodas preserve the stories of dynasties, ethnic traditions, and daily life from centuries past. Fenghuang Ancient Town stands as a timeless window into China's southern heritage, offering visitors a journey into the heart of history, where every corner whispers tales of a bygone era. Grindelwald, Switzerland. Nestled in the Bernese Alps, Grindelwald is a picturesque Swiss village surrounded by towering mountains, lush meadows, and cascading waterfalls. Settled as early as the 12th century, the area was initially home to alpine farmers who grazed cattle in the high pastures and built wooden chalets designed to withstand harsh winters. The village's natural beauty and strategic location in the Alps made it a hub for both agriculture and alpine trade. During the 19th century, Grindelwald began attracting travelers and adventurers seeking alpine experiences. The development of mountain trails, cableways, and railway connections transformed the village into one of Switzerland's first tourism destinations. Visitors were captivated by the dramatic peaks, such as the Eiger, and the village became a starting point for mountaineers and explorers from across Europe. Grindelwald's architecture reflects centuries of alpine tradition: wooden chalets with steep roofs, decorated facades, and cozy interiors showcase the craftsmanship of generations. The village center retains its historic charm, with cobblestone streets, family-run inns, and artisan shops offering a glimpse into the daily life of mountain communities over the past 800 years. Beyond its scenic landscapes, Grindelwald has a rich cultural history rooted in alpine life. Local customs, festivals, and folklore celebrate the harmony between humans and nature, reflecting a deep respect for the mountains. Farmers, shepherds, and craftsmen pass down skills that shape the community, blending practical survival with artistic expression. Today, Grindelwald is celebrated not only for its breathtaking scenery, but also for its historical significance as a center of alpine heritage. Visitors can hike trails once trodden by villagers and explorers, ride cable cars above emerald valleys, and experience traditional Swiss life. Grindelwald remains a place where nature, history, and culture converge, offering an unforgettable window into the story of the Alps.